Oh, Nicki, we see you. We know exactly what you're doing. Cue the clip. What's up, everybody? It's Bad Little Gemini here. Today, we have a very interesting video. Shout out you Almighty. You know, this ain't the first time we've reacted to him, so go ahead, take a look at his channel. Link will be in the description below. But today, the topic is about Nicki. Oh, Nicki Minaj. She is for the white man, and here we go.
Nicki Minaj has officially taken selling out to Maga to a whole new level.
If we felt like that as black women, why would we want to do that to other women? I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand?
And this isn't free thinking or independence. It is Nicki getting her Uncle Ruckus on, tap dancing like Gregory Hines for the TPUSA crowd, cozying up to Charlie Kirk's circle, and kissing Trump and Vance's asses.
They're young men. You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
When it comes to turning point,
I just want to say, like, why would Nicki be going to Turning Point USA? Why would she be, I don't know, shilling for right-wing rhetoric that historically disparages people of her skin tone, of her skin color? Why would she do these things? And I'm sure he's going to get to it in the video, but one, she want that pardon for her husband and maybe her brother too. If you don't know anything about them, they're kind of weirdos. I'm pretty sure they have some sex charge or something. Hey everyone, Future Gemini here. I just wanted to make a note real quick. Her brother and husband were absolutely charged with sex crimes. Her brother was actually sentenced to 25 years for the of a child, and her husband was convicted in 1994 for attempted of a 16-year-old girl. So let that sit with you while she dances for these people. Honestly, all of Young Money has kind of been on this weird shit, and this is the shit that we were talking about when fucking Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef was going on. Future Gemini here. I just wanted to also put in a note here. I bring up Kendrick Lamar and Drake and that whole beef because the main driving topic or the main driving diss was about Drake's predator status, right? Or his alleged predator status. And the reason that we talk about this is because Kendrick Lamar says it himself. You know, them predators move in flocks, right? All of Young Money has some sort of weird sexual offense allegation or sexual assault allegation or just weird allegations in general, weird things that we saw on live TV. I'm talking about Birdman kissing fucking Wayne on the lips and shit. Birdman grooming Wayne since he was a child, right? And then the stories about Lil Wayne, you know, and his weird relationship with his mom and some of the weird kind of rapey things he has said in the past. I'm just saying, them predators move in flocks, all right? This weirdness, unfortunately, has infiltrated the culture, unfortunately. And that's what we were talking about when there's people who want to perpetuate this shit that's bad for the culture, and there's those who want to end it and heal from those things, because there is that stuff going on, right? And we have to heal from it. It's like there's a difference for those who are for the culture and those who profit off the culture. Unfortunately, a lot of Young Money just profit off that shit. They don't actually give a fuck about the culture that made them. And we're seeing that with Drake, the downfall of Drake. We're seeing that with even Wayne a little bit, as much as it hurts my heart. And yeah, it does. We are seeing, you know, Wayne was like throwing a fit about the Super Bowl. He's even done some weird shit, said some weird shit, and now Nicki's just going out bad. It's just the fucking prophecy coming to fruition.
MAGA or America First, we know what these movements represent. At this point, conservatives are unified around one core vision, and that's to have an all-white Christian nationalist America.
I believe that race is real. I believe that America is a white country. Whites explored it, founded America as well, built America, and only whites could have done it.
And to Nick Fuentes, I just want to say race is very real. It's real to white people. It's used to justify their superiority. And their superiority is how close into proximity it is to blackness, right? The further you are away from blackness, the more superior you are. And they use this to justify how they built this country, which really just means colonizing it, slaughtering its indigenous people, stealing people from a whole other continent, bringing them over and brutalizing them and forcing them into labor. That's what it means, right? That's what it means to them. And they use this to justify the means. And that's exactly what Nick Fuentes does. He uses his racism to justify how, oh, we built everything in this country. But the truth of the matter is, they didn't. They just extorted labor from us to build the country.
Where the vice president of the United States openly promotes racial grievance policies and has become the figurehead of the No More White Guilt, White Man Fight Back movement.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
This is also something that I fucking hate, because like nobody's asking you to apologize for being white. We're just asking you to take accountability for the historical brutality that this race has done to marginalized groups of people. Historically, nobody's asking for you to feel fucking sorry about it. They're asking for you to repair and heal and not be a part of the problem.
Because apparently white men are downtrodden victims now, even though they've been in control of this country since its inception. But when it comes to
not just this country, they control a large portion of the world's assets in whole due to imperialism and colonization.
Nicki Minaj, she's just another useful idiot with brown skin that will be a shield for MAGA's racism that they can point to while pushing their anti-black extremist politics. But make no mistake, they don't like or respect Nicki Minaj, but they'll tolerate her long enough to use her platform and influence, especially heading into the midterms.
As soon as she speaks out of turn, they'll wash her, they'll dump her, just like they did. Fuck, they even do that to their own people. Look at how they did with Charlie Kirk. He's being washed right now, right? Like, at first it was, oh, don't speak on him. You know, that was a man with a family, and now they're fucking memeing about it and propping up his fucking corpse. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And the same thing goes for black content creators out there trying to push this same Nazi-ass rhetoric. As soon as y'all step out of line, they're gonna fucking drop your ass. Look at the Hodge twins. Shit. Candace Owens got her fucking time marked on the calendar too.
The 2028 election, where Vance is likely to be the front runner. So Nicki, Maga, Minaj is not really surprising to anybody, but it's still disappointing all the same.
Not Gav, the Gav nots. Gav not in, Gav out. Send in the next guy, I'm bored.
But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Receive that, bullies. We won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world. Amen.
Amen.
Maybe I'm missing something. Has Nicki Minaj ever talked about religion or Christianity or God in any of her music? I don't remember that being a thing. I can remember rappers like Scarface, Pac, DMX, Kanye, literally talking about God or praying to their relationships with God in their music. I don't recall any of that from any of Nicki Minaj's music, but I'm not a barb.
I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about Nicki Minaj being like Christian or even speaking on this Christian's issues, right? And to me, I just see a grifter. I just see somebody who's a bad faith actor, somebody who's just acting the part to, you know, get some sort of advantage. And maybe that advantage is a pardon for her husband. Who knows?
So, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like it's coming out of left field, 100% grift.
I don't know if you can see this at home, but she's getting a ton of standing ovations.
These people do not know who Nicki Minaj is. If they do, they're like, why the hell is she on stage? But
they probably do know who Nicki Minaj is. I don't agree with this. I feel like Nicki Minaj is such a household name.
She loves so much. Man, we are in bizarro world. I literally just said that. We're living in the strangest timeline. Every day the script gets weirder. It really does.
This is that Twilight Zone I was speaking about in the last fucking video that motherfuckers want to tell me isn't real, bro. This is it right here.
It really does.
This is it. We even have our own fucking people trying to downplay the fucking atrocities of white supremacy and trying to fucking tap dance for them. Like, oh, you know, if we just close our eyes, you know, maybe they'll treat us like they should treat us. If we just act the part, fit the description, you know, be a good little boy, be a good little girl, maybe they'll help us, which is bullshit. That's never worked. Historically, that has never worked.
What's happening right now? Kid Miro hit the nail on the head with this one. Colombian or Peruvian? That shit is fucking hidden. That shit is fucking hidden. I've never watched a ton of Nicki Minaj content or interviews or anything like that. But even throughout this interview, she seems so spaced out and disconnected from reality and weird. It's like, what is wrong with this woman?
You think about for young
Because it's not genuine.
men. For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes.
Yeah,
I guess she has beef with Gavin Newsom. I don't know what that is. Y'all let me know if you know.
So let's, when I have nothing else to say or I'm not paying attention or my heart is not in it, let's just take the easy road and fucking, call out governors and politicians that MAGA hates.
In the comments.
See,
That'll sure get the crowd wild up, right, Nicki?
dear young men, you have amazing role models like our
Clearly not your convicted sex predator of a husband.
our handsome, dashing
Interesting.
president.
Yeah, she has some nerve speaking on male role models when she, like he just said, is with a convicted sex predator as a husband. So I'm sure she knows
And
what
you
she's
have
talking
amazing role models.
Her hair is literally down past her ass. She's the definition of the type of woman that Turning Point, MAGA, America First hates and talks about. She is it.
Right now, black culture is being held captive by influences, songs,
Which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girl.
And this is the thing. This is the problem that a lot of these people don't see, is that these things in black culture aren't a product of blackness, but they're a product of disparity. They're a product of being set back in society and being fed the crumbs and the scraps, right? We talk about gang violence and gang culture in rap music because that is the environment that these people grow up in, and they grow up in this environment due to social economic situations that we have been placed in against our own will, like redlining. We weren't able to immediately buy property, and then when we were able to buy property, they said, oh no, y'all gotta go over there, y'all can't be in our neighborhoods. And then they increasingly raised the rents, made it impossible for them to fucking live there, live within their means and grow and develop. They'd never put money back into those neighborhoods, and when they do, there's always some sort of catch, right? And then they also introduce drugs into the community to try and make us kill ourselves. And that is the history of it. That's not, oh well, that could be debated. No, that is facts. That is how it happened. That is what has happened. You could look it up. It's there. So we have this in our music and in our art because this is the typical, not typical, but this is a life that a lot of people in the black community live, whether they want to or not. And it's against their will most of the time. They don't have any other choice but to be poor.
Stage oblivious that these people despise her and they are willing to use her and tolerate her, but that's it.
And you have amazing role models like
I just want to add this note, but what do you think shapes art? Do you think it's the environment, or do you think it's the art that shapes the culture? What do you think shapes?
assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president.
Did she just say assassin when this woman's husband was assassinated?
That's a little
Hey, whatever
tone-deaf.
she's doing, she's got to stop. That is craziness. And on another note, this is the happiest widow I've ever seen in my life. She grieved for a week, and then it was business as usual. She has been moving and grooving, flirting with Vance, doing these huge conferences and award shows and everything else. I know Charlie Kirk is looking up like, damn, does she even love me?
And when I say that,
That was cold.
Nobody
Looking
cares.
up.
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did.
Dog, what is Nicki Minaj on right now? This is crazy. Look at her. She is zooted.
She just looks like she doesn't really know what she wants to say. So she's just kind of going through these little buzzwords, these little, right-wing talking points, trying to get favors, trying to get likes, so she could, work that as her advantage.
and no matter how many songs I do on that stage, it didn't mean as much as this, because this is a direct link for younger people. This is a direct link between young people and God.
Right.
And
Christian nationalism, right? The very anti-Christian group of people, you know? The group of people that follow the Slaver's Bible.
Nicki Minaj has
The
died.
group of people that don't read the red words. Gotcha. This is the connection to God right here. Is
Turning Point USA.
Hard fans. What do they call themselves? The Barbs. Women and men. A lot of gay fans. I wonder what they think about Nicki Minaj selling out like this. And also saying anything involving Maga is a closer connection to God. Knowing Trump is one of the
That's
most
crazy.
godless presidents
Yeah,
we've
they're-
ever seen. That man does
yeah,
not.
but that shows the cult-like behavior of the MAGA movement, where like Trump is this godhead, and we're close to God. This is that behavior in full action right here.
I care about church, religion, spirituality, anything.
there's been a lack of that. There's been a lack of that in our media, in our everyday conversations. People have been.
And I always find this talking point with Christian nationalists so interesting, because literally Christian nationalists don't practice what they preach. They don't actually follow the word of God. Jesus was beyond revolutionary. He tells you to care for the homeless, accept them as one of your own. He tells you to give all your money away to the poor. And you think any of these people are doing this? No. What they're doing is they're advocating for ICE to come in and steal people off the streets against their own will, going against our Constitution, which protects even undocumented immigrants, right? That protects them from that, but they want to see these people get stripped from their homes and shit. And Jesus doesn't tell you to do that. He tells you to offer them into your home, give the shirt off your back to them. He tells you to treat them as one of your own. There's so many contradictions. It's hard to keep track of, I'm not gonna lie.
You know, interestingly enough, people have been, Christians have been being persecuted right here in our country in different ways.
And you know what? I'm going to say this as a Christian. Christians are being persecuted because they're bringing it upon themselves, all right? They're going out of their way to make sure that people have no rights. You're going to be persecuted. You're going to put a target on your back if you say that this group of people doesn't deserve to live, doesn't deserve to be here. They deserve to be ripped away from their families, right? When we have laws that protect them from that kind of behavior. Christians are the reason they're being persecuted right now. Look at all the fuck shit they're doing.
Christians have not been persecuted in the United States at all in any way, shape, or form. That just hasn't happened.
And
That's a
that
lot.
too as well. You know, they're the majority in this country. You know who has been being persecuted? Muslims. Muslims have been persecuted since fucking Desert Storm, you know what I'm saying? And we just lump them all, they all must be Islamic terrorists. They all want to bring on Islamic jihad. And it's just not the fucking case. Just like there's nuance within Christianity, how there's different sects and different aspects of Christianity. Some aspects are violent and some aspects of Christianity are peaceful. But we could acknowledge that about Christianity, but we can't acknowledge that about Muslims or Hindus or just anybody that doesn't fit the white supremacist bill. We can't ever look at any other races, any other religions, any other creeds with nuance and understanding but our own.
So when we talk about Nigeria and other countries, know that prior administrations saw nothing wrong with that, and that's what was wrong with them. I truly feel that there are people out there who felt good about chastising Christians right here in our country.
When did Nicki Minaj get on this whole Christian wave where she cared about Christianity or what was happening with Christians? Or is this just part of the grift?
And
it is. It's purely performative. This is another thing I want to bring up to the attention because she mentioned Nigeria. A lot of countries in Africa are the way they are because of American influence and American colonization, or just European colonization in general. A lot of those countries don't even own the land and the resources that is native to their countries. And you got to think, how would that affect a country's development? If a country is taking up all their resources and giving them scraps, how do you think that would make the country develop? Do you think the country would prosper and be a a pillar of morality, or do you think the country would go on a steep decline and have corruption because everybody's just trying to fucking survive? But people don't see this because people don't know that America has stuck its nose in almost every crevice of the fucking world.
It's kind of really, really sick. We can't let people like that be in power, you guys.
People like that are in power right now. His name is Trump. And which country? Certainly not the United States. Exactly. And it's funny how she just said that, like all these conservatives do. They just throw something out without any details, context, proof, facts, anything.
But this administration...
It's not an ideology that is grounded in logic. It's it's a reactionary ideology. It's grounded in emotion. And they hate when you say that, but it's true. It's not actually grounded in fact, not grounded in history and historical events. It's grounded in a lot of these people feel the effects of imperialism and capitalism, and just they say, oh well, it can't be those things because we were taught that those things is what makes us great. And so what they do is, it must be Muslim, it must be the Jews, it must be black people. You see what I'm saying? It's reactionary. It's not based in any concrete evidence.
Is full of people with heart and soul.
You mean the same administration that let people SNAP benefits expire, that had military and federal workers in food bank lines due to the longest government shutdown in history where nobody was getting paid? The same administration that's ended a whole bunch of cancer and sickle cell research, and that has let millions of people across the world die. Yeah. That administration.
And they make me proud.
People who's looming over, basically holding a carrot in front of your face on healthcare while millions of people die to pass a bill while the fucking government is shut down. This is the administration that we currently live in.
Proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very...
She is talking about Donald Trump and J.D. Vance.
Well, she does have a thing for convicted predators, I guess.
Uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak...
Can you relate to their conviction status? Nicki Minaj, can you relate to, Donald Trump being a convicted felon on several different accounts? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can relate to that a lot.
I know that they're one of us. I know...
How can she relate to any of these men? She is an immigrant that only got out the hood because she got found by Lil Wayne, signed to a contract, and ended up working her way through the industry to be one of the biggest rappers in the world. Definitely the biggest female rapper in the world for a long time. How can she relate to Donald Trump, who is the son of a KKK member, was born and raised rich, has taken advantage of people his whole entire life, has practiced racist policies his whole entire life, and has been against black people like her? What are the similarities?
So that they're not... Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world.
Donald Trump never had touch. At all. Not with the world, not with the working man, not with anything, which is still the greatest swindle ever.
He's an elite. He has no frame of reference for what it's like for normal everyday Americans who are working 9-to-5s, struggling to make ends meet. He has no idea what that's like.
All of these farmers, 9-to-5 workers, regular people.
Here's the crazy thing. Nicki Minaj does. Nicki Minaj wasn't always rich. She was poor at one point. This just shows her losing her touch. This is her failing to express her humility for her situation and how she came up, because that is how it is for everybody else most of the time. Everybody else is just trying to make it. Some people are a little ahead of others, some people are middle class, some people are lower class, but for the majority that isn't elite, we're all just trying to make it.
Believe that Donald Trump cares about them and has their best interests.
And he don't.
Idiots.
They're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
You are a black woman who immigrated from Trinidad to the United States illegally, have built your career off of the LGBTQ plus community and people of color, and came from nothing. You in no way, shape, or form can relate to two white men who have never faced a struggle in their entire life. Facts.
Imagine
JD Vance, like, how did JD Vance get his fucking position? It was just pure nepotism. It was pure favoritism. It was Peter Thiel who put JD Vance on fucking Donald Trump's roster, right? What are we talking about? These people have never faced true adversity, like financial adversity in their life. They don't know what it's like. Work 2 jobs, trying to provide for children. They don't know what that shit's like.
being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Haha, not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav. The Gav nots. Gav not in, Gav out. Send in the next guy. I'm bored.
So I'm just going to let you riff. Like, I want you to say whatever you want to say to Mr. Newsom.
Dear Newscum.
Again, maybe I missed it. What is her beef with Gavin Newsom? She always has these one-sided beefs forever and ever where people don't respond to her. I think the only person that actually does respond to her is Cardi B. But none of these people that she hates and beefs with ever responds to her. So y'all please let me know if I missed the Gavin Newsom chapter in one of her.
And why this doesn't surprise me, this shouldn't surprise anybody. Nicki has always been a bully. She's always been on some weird shit. It's just before there wasn't a permission structure for her to openly be on that weird shit, right? But now there is, and there's a permission structure laid out for her because of this administration, right? And that's why you see a lot of these like white supremacists coming up all of a sudden, is because the permission structure has been laid out for them. Now, Nicki has always been weird. She was always weird. She's always tried to hold back other upcoming artistic women, like the beef with Lotto, the beef with all these other, you know, female rappers. Nicki has tried to hold these female rappers back. It's because she moves like a capitalist. I'm gonna be honest. She moves like a bully, and she does that because she knows that competition is bad for business.
Social media crash outs.
We don't have a problem cleaning up the scum if we have to. Please tread lightly. That's what I would say to Gavi Poo.
So this woman is threatening Gavin Newsom. I guess
And you know what's
Erica
weird?
Kirk
It's
hit
like,
the
I just
ground
don't feel
running. Like she has
I
not.
don't
She
even
is.
feel like Nicki is genuine. I don't think Nicki believes in anything other than what's gonna put her ahead of the game. She's totally just capitulating. She's not even being serious. She's not being genuine. She's just moving in the direction of fascism. And because right now that is kind of I hate saying this because it's not true. Most people don't want fascism, but it is the populist vote right now. It is the populist ideology. It's the ideology that's in power right now. So she's trying to get those favors.
Not miss a step, launching her own career and brand off of Charlie Kirk.
Despite the devastating loss of Charlie Kirk, my incredible husband at UVU,
She didn't even say that like she meant it.
Caleb has persisted with the same grift. Excuse me.
The Freudian slip.
That was crazy. Let's run that back.
Like she meant it.
Caleb has persisted with the same grift. Excuse me.
Bro, they can't, see what I'm saying? They can't even hide it. They can't even hide what they're doing. Yeah, Freudian
The
slip, for
Freudian
sure.
slip. It is a grift. All of these people are grifting. None of them believe in the shit that they say. They know what goal they want to achieve, which is an all-white
if you're gonna
America. But other than
lie,
that, they
at
don't
least
care about any
do
of the
it.
other
Like,
stuff
give
that
me
they
a good
talk
lie.
about to get to that point. They're all grifters, all of them.
Gift. Grit. It has been a long day.
I'm sure it has, Erica Kirk. I'm sure it has. It's tough work you're doing.
Trust me, you're not a
Trying to profit
grifter,
off
honey.
the death of
It's
your
all good.
husband.
This is the greatest Freudian slip of all time. It really is.
Yes.
And again, just going back to Nicki Minaj, this isn't a sudden shift. It's who she's always been. Only difference is now she has nothing to lose. Career's in the gutter.
just
There's
like
no
what I
coming
said.
back from this. All she has is her delusional and deranged stance who will follow her to hell. Sidebar, look.
And the one thing I will give Nicki Minaj is she has cultivated some really intense fans. But let's be honest, when's the last time has she dropped an album? When's the last time has she dropped music that isn't a feature? Like just a full featureless single. She hasn't. You know what I'm saying? And Young Money ain't been doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake ain't making those numbers. You know, she can't just hop on a track with Drake and expect to go, you know, crazy big like she was doing before. So there is really no, like, she does have nothing to lose. And so now she's capitulating and trying to almost rebrand herself, right? But it's not rebranding, because we've seen the writing on the walls long before she got up on this stage and said all this fucking raccoon shit.
Nicki Minaj is a stupid, goofy ass, ignorant ass, clown ass, and I don't really give a fuck about anything that she has to say. Nobody should be paying attention to her. However, since people are paying attention to her dumb ass, now I gotta motherfucking address some shit. Now, I really don't care about a lot of the shit that she said. It's a typical Republican grift. It's the same script. But what did piss me off is how she sat up there with Eric Kirk on her dead husband tour and brought in black women. Why the fuck are we in it? For her to sit up there and say, well, if black women didn't feel good about themselves, then why would they turn around and try to make a white woman feel bad for herself because she looks good?
And
What?
the only reason why she's saying that is because that's how she feels about herself. Let's be honest. She feels like she's not good enough. So she has to paint all black women in this brush of like, oh, they're just jealous or nasty towards other women that aren't black, which is not the fucking case.
No, I don't care that she's a Trump supporter. Yes, I am still a Barb. No, I don't care that she's a Trump supporter.
You're gonna have a lot of black people like this supporting this type of rhetoric and this type of ideology because, unfortunately, a lot of people just don't know their history. People don't know that it's this rhetoric that's, you know, held us back in life. They don't know that it's this rhetoric that has caused us to be killed, murdered, to be enslaved. They don't understand that it's this hate speech, this kind of attitude that has hurt us in the past.
Shocking, just disappointing. We as the black community need to really hold these people accountable when they do this. When her next,
you know what? We do hold them accountable when they do this. You're holding her accountable as she is doing this. But I get what he's saying. We have to be vigilant about this fucking, you know, Uncle Tom behavior, this fucking Uncle Ruckus behavior. We have to be vigilant about how we handle these people within our own ranks. And you know what? I think that's something that a lot of other marginalized groups look at, and how black people deal with that issue. You know, I've seen videos of them looking at that and being like, hey, that's a practice we need to incorporate for our own people, you know? Anyways, though, if you guys like the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll have another video up next week, same time. Thank you so much for coming and watching the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Also, it's the last video was the last video for this year. This is the first video of the new year. So if you guys had a happy New Year's, go ahead and leave a comment down. Let me know how your New Year's and holiday season was. I'd be interested. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.